Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today in this video tutorial we are going to learn how to use Razor views and display the role based content on the Razor view. So let's get started. First of all, I will go back to the Visual Studio. I am using Visual Studio 2015. You can use any. So first of all, I will go back to the file and will create a new project from here. From here I will select ASP.NET web application and I will name this Razor view role based content example. Now I will click on OK. Here I will select MVC application and to use user I will select individual user account. This is I'm using individual user account because it will create application DB context to connect our application in the database, because I want to focus mainly on the role based content rather than creating database connection or else things. So I will click on OK. As an ASP.NET MVC developer, you are familiar with this type of thing, and our project is being created. So as you can see in the status bar, it is storing and adding some projects related to the application for requirement of the ASP.NET MVC web application. Let's wait for it to finish. We will use different types of roles in our project. I will show you in a minute that how we can create different types of roles and display content according to the roles. So our application has been created. So first of all, I will run this application and will show you which changes we want in our application. So I will press Ctrl F5. As you know, this is the shortcut key for running the project without debugging mode. So it is building our project. Our application is building and build has been succeeded. So here it is loading in our Chrome browser. Let's save what we have got in our project, in our newly created project. I hope it load early as well. It is taking a bit much time. So let's wait for it to finish. I'm pausing the video and let's wait for it to finish it, and then I will start the video again. Okay, our project has been loaded successfully. So here you can see this HTML. So I will modify this HTML to display different content for the different roles. First of all, I will go back to the Visual Studio, and as you know, this is the HTML written on the views, home and index view. So here we have different HTML written. So I will cut this HTML, and let's say we have two sections, and this is the section for admin and this is the section for user. So let's save it and run again by pressing Ctrl F5. So as you can see, we have two different sections, and now what we will do, we will create two different roles in our application, and will create two users for our application and assign different roles, and will display this content according to the roles. So let's go back to the Visual Studio. First of all, I will create a class, constant class, which we want to put our roles in the class. So from here I will select constant, I will type constants, and it will be a C# class, so I will add it. So I will create a static class here and will change this name into roles, and now I will create different roles. So we will use public constant string, public constant static, sorry, it will be public static constant string, and will name it like admin role, and it will be admin role. And now I will type another role. So it is giving me some error, so what will do, oh sorry, I will not have to use the static here. So now our application has been removed this error. So now I will add another constant string, which will be user role, and will provide it value as well. So we have created our constant in the application. So now we will populate these roles in our application. So for this purpose we will use the startup class, which this video is processed, so sorry for interruption. I will close this video. So I will go back to the Visual Studio again, and here you can see the startup class, and from here we will add and populate our two user for and user and admin role, and also create roles from here as well. So first of all I will go back to the web config, and let's change the connection string, because I have my SQL server connected to the this instance. So I will change the connection string for this database. So let's change it. So now I will go back to the Visual Studio again, and from here connection string I will replace it with my own one. I have already copied this. So here as you can see, the new connection string which shows the my instance of the SQL server. So let's save it and go back to the startup class, and here I will create a method that populate the database. So I will name it populate database, and will call it private method, will return nothing, and will name it, let's copy it from here, and will provide our logic here. So first of all we will check if there is any role with the user or admin. So we will provide a condition if db.roles.any. First of all we need to declare the database. So we will have a var db equal to new application db context. Okay, now we'll import this namespace as well. We will use the models one, and now we will provide the condition if we do not have the roles which name. So first of all add this namespace as well. So I will import this using system.linkQuery, and now I will type the name. If the role name of what we have typed in our constant admin role, if we do not have this role in our database, then we want to create the role. And similarly we also need to check the other role as well. So first of all I will add the new role here if we do not have any. So I will type db dot roles dot add and will provide the new object of new identity role, and it will ask for the name. So we will pass the name of the role. So we have roles dot admin role, and we will need to save the changes. Okay guys, now I will copy this again and will change it for the user role. So from the role we need to provide the user role, and here also we need to change the user role. So what this line do, this will check if our database don't have any role with the name admin, so it will add the new one, and similarly it will check for the user role as well and will create the role for the user as well. So now we have our two roles has been created in database. So now we will create two users and assign roles to the user. Okay guys, I hope you are understanding, and if it is confusing, I hope you will understand. If you watch this video 2 or 3 times, you can have a better idea how to work with the role population and user creation, and to display razor view content on the role basis. So similarly, first of all we will check the user. If we do not have any user with the name such as x.username equal admin user, this is the username. So if we do not have this in our database, then we will create the admin user, and similarly we will also create a normal user as well. So before creating a user, we need to modify some settings. So I will go back to the Solution Explorer, and from app start I will go back to the identity config. So when you open the identity config file, you can see the user password validator, which is providing some settings and some restrictions to create a user. So first of all I will make this all false for this example for simplicity. So I will make this all settings to false, so we can use our user and create the simple user without requiring these types of settings, because in this application it is not mandatory to use this complex setting for user creation or anything else. So let's save it and go back to the startup class. So first of all we will need a user store. So user store equal to new user store. Let's import this as well, and this will be a application user, and we'll pass the database context here as well. Okay, now we will need user manager. So user manager equal to new application user manager, and we'll pass the user store here. So next thing we want to do to add role store as well. So here we will type role store, and this will be a new role store, and this will pass the identity role, and will also pass the database context here as well. And similarly we want to add the role manager as well. So I will type role manager and will add new role manager. Let's add this namespace as well using Microsoft .NET Identity, and will also provide the identity role here, and will pass the role store this to this role manager as well. So I will select the role store. So here is the settings has been done to create a role and assign user to it. So now I will create an object for the new user. So we will have new user and it will be new application user. Let's add some properties for this. So here we will pass the username equal to admin user, and next we will add the email. So email will be admin user @demo.com. You can add any of this, and now we will pass this object to the user manager. So user manager dot create. So it will ask for two things. One is the application user and second is the password. So first of all we will pass the new user object, and second we need to pass the password for this user. So we want the password such as I am admin. Okay, so it will create the user. Now we will assign the role to this user. So user manager dot add to role, and it is asking for two things. First the user ID, so new user dot ID, and second one is the role. So roles dot admin role we will provide. So similarly I will copy this whole process and repeat it for the normal user. So we will name it to the normal user, and will also paste this here as well and in the email as well, and we will create the user and will type the password I am user. So what this will do, it will create two roles if it is not exist in the database. First one is the admin role and second one is the user role. And similarly we will check if we do not have any admin user in the database, create the user with a username admin user and assign it to password and assign admin role to this user. And similarly we have a normal user as well, and we'll create the normal user and will create this and will assign the user role to it. So I hope guys you understand this, and if you have any confusion regarding this you can comment in the you can comment in the video comment section. I will help you out there. So let's run our project and let's see our role has been created or not. So I will press Ctrl F5. So our project is being loading. So whenever our project successfully run, it will create the role and user in the database which we provided the connection string in the web.config. So now our application has been loaded. So now let's go back to the SQL server and let's see our database has been created or not. So here I have the database reservoir example, and let's run the query on this database, and let's run select all from ASP.NET roles. Let's run it. So as you can see we have two roles with admin role and user role. Now let's go back to the now let's run the query for the user. Select all from ASP.NET users, and let's run this. So we have two users here as well. One is the normal user and second is the admin user. So and we will also check which role assigned to the user. So I will let's note down the ID for the user. So first of all we have a normal user, so normal user ID ends with EE. So let's run the query here. Select all from ASP.NET user roles, Let's run this all queries with this. Sorry, I forgot to type the from. Now let's run. So as a result, you can see here we have two different roles and two different products. So normal user have the ID for EE ends with, and it assigned to the role ID this. So it is the normal user role, and second one is the admin role ID. It is the admin role ID and it is assigned to the this ID. Here this is the admin user. So now let's go back to the Visual Studio and I will open the index view. So now this is the main thing, that how to show and hide the content based on the role. So it is very easy in ASP.NET MVC application, and ASP.NET Identity Framework provided some sort of out of the box settings to display the content on the Razor view. So first of all, I will type here if, and will provide the condition user dot is enrolled, and will provide the name of the role. So we will have the roles dot, so I will need to add the correct roles. So we'll type the project name first of all, Razor view role based content example dot models dot roles and admin role. So if we have the user with the admin role, then we want to display this content, and similarly if user dot is enrolled Razor view models dot roles dot user, then we want to display the content of the user here as well. Okay, so first of all we need to provide the authorization in the project. So I will go back to the home controller, and currently we have seen the index view, this view, without login into the system. So I will go back to the Visual Studio and will mark this controller as authorized. So without login we cannot be able to display the content of this view. So I will go back to the Visual Studio and will mark it as authorized. So now it will no longer be seen without login of the user. And now let's run our project by pressing Ctrl F5. So I will press Ctrl F5. As you can see here, it will ask for the login user information. So I will provide the username of the admin. So what we have the username of the admin, I will check in the SQL server. So we have the admin user. Okay, I will type admin user, and password of admin user is I am admin. I will log into the system, and as you can see, we have only displayed the admin section of the user according to the role. So now let's log off from the system and we'll log in from user, simple user. I think it has the username normal user. Yes, it is a normal user. And let's go back, and I am user is the password. So let's log in into the system, and as you can see, now we have no longer seen the admin section. It only shows the user section. So I hope you guys understand the concept behind this, and it is very easy, and you guys must watch this 2 or 3 times to understand the behavior of the application. So that's it for the video, guys. If you find this video helpful, kindly like and subscribe my channel, and you can also check out my other videos in ASP.NET MVC and jQuery related content as well. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.